Oh, I know. I took it off. I'm not gonna be able to mute. I'm gonna have to stay unmuted the whole session.
Okay.
Haley, how will we know when participants start joining? It says it's live. Oh. Can one of you ladies check with her via Backstage?
Oh, okay, we're live.
Oh, maybe I have to click
You're
it?
live. Go ahead.
Okay.
All right. Welcome, everyone. I hope you're enjoying the 2022 Early Math Symposium so far. Welcome to our presentation entitled Engaging Families in Early Math, Family Math Nights. We hope all of you are having an awesome experience so far. And if you can, just to kind of mix things up, if you could please share in the chat box one word that describes how you're feeling. And no pressure if you'd like to share just one word how you're feeling. I know from my side, we're feeling pumped, we're feeling engaged, and we're ready to share with all of you today. So again, just one word before we get started, describing how you're feeling. And I'm seeing Celine's feeling excited, enthusiastic, happy, inspired, thoughtful, awesome. We recognize that we're toward the tail end of the symposium, so it's great to see that people are as excited and pumped as we are. All right. Continue to put how you're feeling in the chat box, one word that describes how you're feeling, and we'll accept hyphenated words as well. That's okay. We're going to go ahead and get started. Again, we wish we could physically meet all of you in person. However, this virtual format is really awesome. There's a lot of really great tools to interact. But to compensate in being in a virtual and not in person, we decided to create little collages with images and pictures, which showcase a little bit about who we are as people and professionals. And I'm going to go ahead and get started with mine, and then I'll pass it to my co presenters. My name is Dr. Matilda Soria, and I'm the Senior Director of the Early Care and Education Department of the Office of the Fresno County Superintendent of Schools. Our department provides technical assistance and support for school districts and agencies in Fresno County that provide programming for children age 0 to 5. And for those of you that are unfamiliar with Fresno County in regards to where it's at in California, we're right in the Central Valley, right in the heart of California in the Central Valley. In addition, as a department, we also operate a child development center for children 6 weeks to 5 years, which serves as a demonstration site here in Fresno County, showcasing quality instructional strategies. A little later in the presentation, I'll share more about the Child Development Center. I earned my undergraduate and graduate degrees from California State University, Fresno, and Harvard University, and have a background in psychology and education. And some of my interests include traveling, watching movies, and comedy TV shows like Seinfeld and The Godfather. Those are my two favorites. I pursued the field of education because I truly feel that, as Nelson Mandela articulated so beautifully, that education is the most powerful weapon we could use to change the world. And now I'll pass it to my colleague, Barbara.
Hello, everyone. My name is Barbara Daniel, and I'm the Child Development Center Coordinator for the Office of the Fresno County Superintendent of Schools Early Care and Education Department. And I'm super excited to be here today to present and share information about our experience with Family Math Night events. And a little bit about me, as you can see from my collage, I went to preschool. I actually went to a Head Start program when I was 4. So I started in a Head Start program, and I'm still in education today because I think it's such a rewarding field. And then I also have a husband and 2 children. My children are growing and thriving, and my son actually had the pleasure of being on site with me some years back when he was enrolled in our preschool program. I graduated with my master's degree in education with an emphasis in early childhood education from Fresno State. And one of my favorite books is If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. I hope you enjoy our presentation today. And now I am going to move to my colleague's Jeanette's slide so she can introduce herself.
Hello, my name is Jeanette Trejo, and I'm an infant toddler master teacher at Lighthouse for Children. And I'm so excited to join all of you today. I've been working in this field for over 10 years now, and I loved every single minute of it. And a little bit about me, I love to be around my family. I love to read. I love to expand my knowledge in any way that I can. And I also have a turtle named Stunmeth, and I've had him for almost 12 years, almost the same time I've been in this field. And I'm just so excited to join all of you in this year's Early Math Symposium. And thank you for joining me with us as well.
Thank you, everyone, for allowing us to share a little bit about who we are. Actually, I'm learning about my colleagues. I didn't know, Jeanette, you had a turtle. And that's actually one of my favorite animals. So I'd love to meet Stephen one day. But anyway, our hope is that at the end of our presentation, that all of you will have received an overview of our Early Math Initiative and how the Office of the Fresno County Superintendent of Schools is piloting initiative strategies for children and families at the Lighthouse for Children Child Development Center. And in addition, we also hope that you'll be able to garner ideas and tips on hosting either a virtual or an in-person family math night event in your own community. In addition to learning some practical strategies or enhancing your strategies to engage dual language learners and multilingual learners in early math experiences. So before we dive into our family math night discussion, we'd like to first share a broad overview of the California Statewide Early Math Initiative, or what we refer to as the Early Math Initiative. The Early Math Initiative is a multi-agency effort led by the Office of the Fresno County Superintendent of Schools Early Care and Education Department as part of California's system of support. And the initiative focuses on building the capacity of administrators, coaches, and teacher leaders to provide effective professional learning and mentoring in mathematical content and pedagogy within local communities and regions. And the mission of the initiative is to improve math outcomes for children ages 0 to 8 across the state of California. And to help achieve our mission, we can go to the next slide. We've developed and tried our best to achieve the following goals, which is the first is promoting young children's math outcomes, in addition to raising educators and families' awareness of the importance of early math, building positive math identities for adults who care for and teach young children, and finally, to build confidence and capacity of educators and families to support children's early math. So the Early Math Initiative has created several resources, and unfortunately, due to time, we can't go over and review all of them today, but we want to highlight a few of them. And one is featured in static mode on your screen, but we really encourage you to visit the app site, our Count Play Explore app, which is www.countplayexplore.org, and we could put that link in the chat box for you to view. And this app serves as a clearinghouse of all of the family engagement materials and resources developed by the initiative. It is a free app, and you could download all those resources for free. And the way that they're organized is in a searchable database-like system, and it includes 30 two-minute instructional videos, which serve as the foundation of a public service announcement campaign. Really fun videos on easy, kind of fun things that families can do at home to enhance their children's mathematical skills. Essentially, the initiative focuses on building homeschool partnerships and, again, fostering confidence and comfort with early math. And in addition to the videos on the app and the other resources, one other resource that we'd like to highlight if we go back to the previous slide, Barbara, are the children's literature reviews and accompanying original activities that can be used in a home setting and also in early elementary settings. Okay, now you go to the next slide. All right. In addition, the initiative has also created a series of 4 research briefs covering family engagement, arithmetic, counting, geometry, and they provide a review of literature on best practices in each of these areas, written with a practitioner, with a teacher, those that work with children, with the practitioner in mind. And these research briefs can be found at the website listed. We'll also put this website in the chat box. It is https:// or what is it, / www.earlymathca.org/blank-2. And again, I know I was speaking really fast. We'll put that in the chat box for you to download and peruse during your time. We can go to the next slide. So another component of the initiative is our Learning Lab, which is essentially our Lighthouse for Children Child Development Center that serves this purpose. And the center, it serves as the demonstration site or learning lab, wherein we pilot test the instructional strategies and resources of the initiative. In addition to piloting our Family Math at Night events, which we're going to talk about in a little bit, we also piloted activities contained within a backpack for easy checkout, what we call our Math Pack program, and also a large-scale installation program of early math activities that use low-cost, readily available materials for easy replication statewide. So those are just 2 of the things we piloted, but essentially the Lighthouse for Children Child Development Center serves as our pilot testing site. The Child Development Center is located in the heart of California in Fresno County, in the downtown area of the city of Fresno, and represents a unique partnership between First 5 Fresno County and the Office of the Fresno County Superintendent of Schools. Our program provides services, as I mentioned before, for children 6 weeks to 5 years, and offers a blended funding model that meets the needs of families from all socioeconomic backgrounds, including low, moderate, and high-income families. Our blended funding model includes the following enrollment options: state subsidized preschool and infant toddler care, First 5, a partial scholarship program that's funded by First 5 Fresno County for families whose income are about 20 to 40% over the state median income levels for state subsidized care, full tuition for families that pay full tuition for childcare services, and very soon we'll be offering Head Start and early Head Start sites, which we're really excited about, in partnership with one of our local partners here, Fresno EOC. Our center has state-of-the-art classrooms that include a workspace for staff, a mini fridge and freezer, mini dishwashers, both carpeted and non-carpeted sections for children to engage in various interest areas, including but not limited to art, science, mathematics, music, movement, dramatic play, etc. We also operate a 50-50 English and Spanish dual immersion preschool program. And it also typically includes a balance between children whose first language is Spanish and children whose first language is English. Another thing that we'd like to mention is our outdoor space. Our playground was designed with the intention of creating a park-like setting that's very natural with hills and trees. Additionally, the center also offers observation areas for families and or students, members of the public, to observe students and receive an on-site training opportunity and or to learn more about the program's approach to high quality care. I'm going to pass the mic over to Barbara, and she's going to share more about Family Math Nights.
All right, so now I'd like to share maybe why you guys are all here today, which is to learn more about how you can host a Family Math Night or event in your community. And so essentially the purpose of a Family Math Night event is to partner with families, build a community of learners with an emphasis on developing early math skills in young children. Early math events also provide parents with parent engagement and networking opportunities, the ability to connect learning experiences between home and school, which we know is so valuable, and also recognizes parents as their first teacher and their contributions to their children's learning. And then also highlight the important role that parents play as their child's first teacher, and then tools and resources to support children with developing positive early learning experiences. Additionally, although it's called the Family Math event, Family Math event, there are activities leading up to the actual event that are important to consider. And so some of those things may be sharing with whichever book you may decide in the classrooms at least a week in advance, so that families have the opportunity to begin exploring the book before your event, and then also sharing in the classrooms so that it helps support and bridge that learning between home and school. And then also providing an opportunity for teachers in your programs to create activities that correlate with the upcoming event, so that children and families are front loaded with the information, that would support further development and engagement. And then essential components of a Family Math Night include a planning team, developing a planning team that helps you design and coordinate the event. The team can also include parents, teachers, your program administrators. It's best to have a team so that there's a collaborative process and multiple ideas coming in to make the event successful. A little bit later in our presentation, we'll be sharing about family math events. We call them Family Math Nights because they're typically hosted in the evenings for us. And then you also want to consider sharing a brief presentation that really highlights early math skills in young children, the importance and the benefits to developing early math skills early on. And then you also want to ensure that you have early math activity stations so that they correlate with some of the information that you may have presented, so that it's bringing the learning full circle for the family and for the children, and there's full active engagement happening with an understanding of the why. So the presentation provides the why, the experiences provide the how, and the hope is that families are able to take that information and utilize it at home with access to materials that we'll be talking about a little bit later. And then also, as you're thinking about essential components of your Family Math event, you want to think about how you're going to close out the celebration. It could be, if it's virtual, asking families to hold up some of their creations, whether they're paper-based or they're more tangible things where they created something 3D. Or it could be asking parents to take pictures and send it so that they can be displayed at the program. Or if it's in person, providing a platform for parents to highlight any successes or exciting moments that they experienced, so that it provides a feeling of desire for more, and really understanding that math is everywhere and math can be done by anyone. And then the other recommendation is to debrief and ensure that you have an evaluation process, whether it be a survey, if it's in person or virtual, or if it's virtual, you can also utilize poll on Zoom, so that it's not something parents have to do after the presentation, but you could be asking questions in between to gather pertinent information about families, like what ages are joining. Oftentimes in scheduling family math events, you may think, oh, okay, we serve preschoolers, so we're going to gear our activities towards preschoolers. But I would strongly suggest considering the family as a whole to maximize engagement in those events. And then a few helpful tips is you want to ensure that the planning team, as I shared, is at least 2 or more people, and even considering including parents, if you have a parent body, a parent board, to really diversify the perspectives and enhance the opportunities that are provided during the session. The other recommendation I would give is keep your presentation brief, definitely under 10 minutes. Because we really want to maximize that active engagement and learning. And oftentimes when parents have their little, their young children, they're usually prioritizing that and can be easily distracted. So one way around that would be to send out the presentation in advance for families. Okay. And then now, let's talk about some of the planning logistics of a family math night. When planning, you really want to decide, one of the first things you want to decide is if the event is going to be held in person or if the event is held virtually. Let's review both options.
And sometimes that decision, sorry, Barbara, sometimes that decision is made for you. So for example, during the pandemic, many of us had to, transfer a lot of our in-person work to virtual. And that was a learning curve. So, again, we have, some of us have it, we can decide, but sometimes that decision is made for us.
Mm-hmm. Yes. All right. And I mean, the great thing is we've explored both and they're both great options for families with a couple things to consider. There are some similarities and things to consider with in-person and virtual events, and I'll begin with those. And so you want to think about the number of team members and volunteers that are needed to deliver your event. So you want to think about how many families are you expecting? And I would even plan for a few more families than you expect, because sometimes families are a lot bigger than we expect. And we definitely want to make sure that as we're planning these events, that we're mindful of all families that can, all age groups that can benefit from these events. You also want to make sure that you conduct a survey to garner parent input on the design as far as the date and time that meets the family's needs. Recognize any potential barriers that they maybe exist. If it's in person, transportation, if it's at home virtual, then computer and Wi-Fi access. Every community has different resources and limitations that could affect families. And so we always want to be mindful of that. You also want to think about the languages represented in your programs and ensure that if there's translators need or information to be translated, that is done ahead of time so that no family is left out, and that we're valuing the differences of everyone. And one of the things we'll be talking a little bit later in our presentation about is about how do we ensure that our dual language learners are benefiting from our family math events. And then also just a few things to consider with regard to in-person events is raffle and door prizes. Those are always a great way to draw families in. We talked about a little bit about technology at home. You also want to think about technology in your program, making sure there's a microphone, a speaker, projecting screen for your presentation so that the parents can see. Everyone has different styles of learning. So really tapping into different modalities of learning, the visuals, the audio, and even tangible sometimes. And then you also want to think about seating and tables, meals or refreshments, convenient access to a location, and setup and cleanup. And then for a virtual event, you want to think about the number of team members and, we talked about so you do want to think about the number of team members and volunteers that are needed for breakout rooms. How many breakout rooms do you think you need? Which of your staff members or parent volunteers may be supporting those breakout rooms, really ensuring that they're front loaded on that information. And then you also want to consider electronic accessibility or their stability of their Wi-Fi. If you have access to laptops or iPads, maybe considering checking those out and providing internet access or some type of plug-in system, hosting at a public library that may have access to electronics. And then also thinking about access to the materials. Will you be providing the materials for the family, or is the family expected to have those materials? if they're expected to have those materials, then you want to make sure that they get that a list of materials that they're going to need for the event in advance, so that it maximizes participation.
And one thing in regards to materials, I apologize, Barb. One thing in regards to materials, and this is something that we've learned through our experience, and coming from a family that didn't always had a respect for food. We want to be mindful of that, right? Many of our families are from low income to poverty level socioeconomic backgrounds, and we are in a food insecure city and county. We need to be mindful. Perhaps the art projects do not include food unless it's something that could be consumed, right? So we again, it's having an understanding of the families within your program, learning about your families, understanding about your families, building those relationships, and just being respectful.
Thank you, Matilda. All right. And now let's think about planning a family math night, and let's talk a little bit more about the presentation. And so one of the things that I previously shared is you want to be mindful of the amount of time you spend on your presentation. If it's going to be shared during the event with young children present. We've hosted in person, and we have experienced this. And so we really want to be considerate of that, because if their children are with them, again, their focus may be more on their children, and so they may not get as much if there were other strategies put in place, such as a couple teachers to watch children, or volunteers to watch children in a classroom during the presentation piece. And then you also want to make sure that there's a copy of the PowerPoint or handouts in advance, so that parents have time to review. Sometimes giving parents that opportunity to review in advance allows them to formulate questions, be thoughtful about what they want to know, and really ensure that they're maximizing the opportunity for them to get as much as they can to be able to engage with their children with early math experiences at home. And then you also want to consider the following resources to use. You can utilize the All About Young Children information for families on children's learning and development, which is based on the California Infant and Toddler Development Foundations and the California Preschool Learning Foundations. And so inside, so when you pull that information, it's designed for families. It has videos that talk about some math concepts. It provides handouts so that families really understand the developmental piece of it, the why behind the importance of early math experiences, and they begin to understand the future contribution to their child's educational success. You can also consider using additional resources from the Early Math Initiative on the Early Math California.org website. And on that website, you could find presentations on early math, such as book reviews, I Am Ready videos, printable resources about early math, etc. Matilda also shared about the California Early Math app. There's a plethora of resources on the on the Early Math Initiative website, and we'll make sure that you have that link in the chat box. Oops, sorry, went the wrong way. Okay. And then now I'd like to share a little bit about planning a family math night. There's book reviews that could be used on the Early Math Initiative website that have all the information you need to set up activities for activity stations in person, and the benefit of the book reviews are also that they're geared not only for practitioners, trainers, and coaches in early care and education, but also for families. There's a short version that families can use. They include vocabulary, math connections, open-ended questions, activities that correlate with books, which is great for supporting dual language learners. And most book reviews have Spanish translations, which is amazing. There's also on the book reviews, there's also online resources that show the applicable ages. So there's a book, and then the activities are centered around the book using all early math concepts. And of course, when we're focused on early math, there's still a plethora of learning domains that they will automatically come into play as you're sharing those activities with your families. And then, so then the next step would be to really select a book. Look at the early math initiative website. Select a book that you think would be exciting. Maybe it's teachers asking your kids or surveying families on their child's favorite books, so that you can help them understand the many math experiences on comparison, patterning, counting that could take place inside those books. And then after you select your books, you want to think about curriculum alignment. How can you connect what's happening in the classroom to what you'll be sharing with families later? And also, I want to clarify, I refer to the books on the Early Math Initiative website as book reviews. Their name is actually has actually been changed to Discovering the Math Book Guides. And so it essentially provides you with the books and the correlating activities. And so as you're planning your activities and you're thinking about curriculum alignment, you want to think about, if you have a childcare program, or if you have your own children, what could you do to prepare for that upcoming event? Again, how do you bridge what's happening in school and what's happening at home? And how do you support families with understanding the wraparound of services, the wraparound of activities and experiences that are not only taking place in our programs, but also in homes? And then the next step would be to communicate with your teaching team or with your family engagement team to become familiar with the activity stations and begin thinking about math terms that are going to be used in correlation with the book guides. And really start preparing so that whoever is supporting families at each activity station has a well-rounded understanding and ensures that the focus is around math talk. And then the next thing that you'll want to do is provide book reviews and materials to families at least 1 week prior to the event, so that they have time to read the book with their children. If you're not able to provide them with the books, there's often YouTube videos that you can find to share with parents. There's a link called SafeTube that will take out advertisements if you send it to families via a link. So there's not all of the distractions that you sometimes get on YouTube, but it's a great resource. And then, of course, I would always say, if you use any virtual books from YouTube, always vet the books before sending them out to families. Now, Jeanette will be sharing information with you about Family Math Nights experienced at the Lighthouse for Children Child Development Center, both in person and virtually.
Let me unmute myself first. So as shared previously, in their Early Math Initiative website includes such a wide selection of math-based books. And these are the books that we use during our Family Math Nights. And we did have three in total now. Family Math Nights, one in person, which was the pandemic, and then two virtually, which occurred during the past year. And a few book reviews the book guides that we utilized were Banana for Two, Baby Goes to Market, Actual Size, and Cook It. And Banana for Two is about a mom and her toddler who go to the grocery store and explore the idea of 1 and 2. One roll of paper towels, 1 box of cereal, 2 containers of yogurt, and 1 banana to share as a snack between the two of them. And Baby Goes to Market is about a mama and her baby who visit the market near their home in Southwest Nigeria. And each market seller, as they visit them, they give a treat to the baby, and without the mama noticing. As they go along, the baby eats 1 of each and puts the remaining in mama's basket, and grows to be very heavy. And in Color Zoo, in such a creative way, Color Zoo introduces range of shapes through abstractly formed animal heads. And in Cook It, it takes you on this cooking adventure where ingredients are weighed, mixed, chopped, and chopped in the kitchen. And these are just a few out of so many books that can help you introduce and support early math talk. And during our in-person family math night, the Lighthouse for Children was very mindful in the time of the event in which it was occurring. So the first one happened between 6 and 7 p.m. and families were served dinner. And before the presentation, most children remained in the classroom with staff during the parent presentation. And then following the presentation, families were able to select activity stations where they could choose based off their children's ages and interests. And we had a staff in each station to support parents using Math Talk, and all the materials were provided, and copies of the book and the book reviews were also available in each station. And during this event, we explored so many different math concepts, such as in the Banana for Two. The math concepts that we explored were conversations about numbers and amounts, and recognizing amounts of 1 and 2, and exploring math in daily life and routines. And Baby Goes to Market, we explored counting, addition, subtraction, and weight and measurement. In Who Sank the Boat we included math concepts such as weight, prediction, volume, comparison. And in Color Zoo, we explored shapes, geometry, counting, classification, and transforming shapes. And some of the pros that we found during our in-person family math night was that we had so many more families than we expected. And we had plenty of activity stations. Food was such a bonus, and it was so well organized. Plenty of staff were there to support with the event, and the families overall really loved it. And the next, we're going to be talking about our virtual math nights. And within our first virtual math night, we're very mindful of the time of the event. And so we wanted to give the families enough time to get home, to eat dinner. And so our first virtual math night was between 6:30 and 8. And we provided all the families that signed up with all the materials that they were going to need to participate in the event, such as the activity materials and the book. And we had a live presentation and breakout rooms with teachers who modeled Math Talk. Were readily available to support families and answer any questions that came up. And during our second virtual event, we used the book Cook It. And the event was scheduled between 6 and 7. And as part of this activity, the children made pizza, and the classroom curriculum was aligned with the book throughout that week of the event. So before the event happened, we made Play-Doh. We made pizza dough. We chopped and chose our toppings, such as fruit and vegetables. And as we were and within our curriculum, we talked about graphs. We talked about comparing, and it was such a popular event. It was really fun, and the presentation portion of it was sent to the parents a week prior. And afterwards, we raffled off prizes. We counted and made patterns and comparisons. And within the book actual size, we, with our first event, we talked about orders and comparison and sorting. And within Cook It, similarly, we talked about comparison, measuring, counting. And something that we learned from our virtual events is that parents really preferred the pre-recorded presentations in advance. So they could really focus on engaging within the activities during our virtual family math nights, because we found it was sometimes really hard for the families to kind of pay attention to the presentation when they're wanting to meet the needs of their own children. And then next, I would like to show you guys some videos during our Cook It family math night.
On top. Sprinkle it on top. Do you like a lot of cheese or a little bit of cheese? Yeah, a little bit. Okay. What's wrong? washroom. Oh, wow. I go to farm music. What is my topic? I'm doing spinach here. Oh, you're adding spinach. Okay. What's wrong with the macaroni on top?
So you saw in the first clips on how she used the words more and less and talked about patterns and other types of math talk. And through the modeling, you could see the excitement of the children and the connections they were able to make. And along with this, LFC CDC also utilizes POLE strategies, and which are personalized or language learning strategies to support our dual language learners in developing across all learning domains. And within our POLE strategies include anchor text, which is our book, chants and vocabulary, and family engagement. And the purpose of the POLE strategies is to support our dual language learners and their families when teachers don't speak the languages of children represented in their class. And we're trying to continue to uplift the importance and values and meaning in maintaining their home language. And something in how we support or implement our POLE strategies, in the way we the way we implemented our POLE strategies during our family math event was the POLE strategies were easily available and an easy addition to support our dual language learners. And we created virtual breakout rooms for specific languages represented in our program, and we're able to translate as much as we could with the support of our families using these POLE strategies. And so our anchor text was Cook It, where it takes you on a cooking adventure. Our chant, we connected it to our book. So our chant was I am a pizza. And within our vocabulary, we chose like concepts of corners, edge, face, measuring, and all these tie in together to support our home languages and continue to flourish the relationships that we continue to build with the families through our family engagement. So as we create all these strategies, we provide them to the families, and have the family support us in translations and things like that.
Jeanette, I think we may want to skip the next couple slides.
Yeah.
And our slides available to everybody.
I was looking at the time.
We wanted to share with you a little bit more about early math talk, but we could share the slides with you and you could read that content on your own. And we'll go ahead and have Barbara kind of share extension activities. So after the family math night, what could be some extension activities for families and evaluation? And then again, we'll share all of our slides. You'll have all of the content. Go ahead, Barbara.
Thank you, Dr. Soria. So one of the final pieces of planning a family math night is debriefing and evaluation, huddling with your team after the family math event and finding out what worked, what didn't, what can you do differently during your next event, and then evaluation. Consider conducting a survey to gather parent feedback for future events or learn more about some things they liked or disliked about the event. Let's move on to some information about extension activities. So essentially, you want to encourage families to integrate early math talk with children through their daily experiences, such as routines, dressing, meals, and diapering. Also, you'll want to remind families to support children's early math skills by modeling and finding opportunities to practice those skills through books, music, and play. And then after the family math night, you want to make sure that families know that these activity extensions are available on the Early Math Initiative website, which if it's not already, will be provided in the chat. Which provides a vast collection of math-related books. Along with the books, they each have Discover the Math book guides translated in English and Spanish with math connections, activities, and open-ended questions. Matilda already shared a little bit about the Count, Play, Explore website designed for parents and families. It includes fun educational activities. And then I will pass it over to Matilda for final thoughts.
Just final thoughts. I know our time has ended, but you could see it there. Be intentional, be inclusive, have fun. If we could say, just have fun. I think that's the most important thing. Learning is fun. Math is fun. Thank you, everybody. We again wish we could shake your hand and say hello in person, but it's just great to see you virtually. Have a great rest of your symposium. And yes, the PowerPoint will be made available. We'll make sure to send it to the California Early Math Project crew, and they'll make it available for everybody. All right. I don't know if anybody has any additional questions, or if you want to stick around. I'll put we have it in our PowerPoint slides, but I'll also put my email, and feel free to contact me at any time. And if you have any questions, if you'd like to learn more about our programs, about the Child Development Center, if you're planning to do a family math night and need some tips, we're here to help.
Bye, everyone.
Have a great rest of your symposium. Take care.